Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Keisha Mack and my channel is called It's Not Just You, and I'm here with another travel video for you. And again, we're talking about Virgin Voyages. So have you been sitting there trying to rack your brain about what you should pack on your Virgin Voyage cruise? I'm here to help you out because it's not just you. So the first thing to keep in mind when packing for your Virgin Voyage cruise is it's an adult only yacht style cruise. So guess what? Pack whatever you want. You can dress up, you can dress down. If you want to take that string bikini, or fellas, if you want to wear that Speedo out there, go ahead and do what you want to do. Be comfortable, have fun. If you want to wear that tank top and those denim shorts or denim jeans, or you want to throw on that tank top, a t-shirt, and some basketball shorts, have fun with it. There's no rules and regulations on Virgin. You don't have to dress up for the restaurants. So do what you want to do. Be comfortable because nobody cares what you wear. Next thing to consider when packing for your cruise is the time of year. Fall and spring, winter may be a little cooler than the summertime. So you might want to take clothes that you can layer. I have a denim jacket that I'll take like for my cruise in December. I took a denim jacket. Well, my summertime cruises, I have a lightweight denim shirt, a button down shirt. I have a little lightweight white shirt that I like to carry. And it's just something to cover your arms. So keep that in mind the time of year that you're traveling, because it could be cooler at night if you want to be hanging out by the pool. Scarlet night may be a little cooler. So keep in mind what time of year it is that you're traveling. The next thing to keep in mind is you'll be walking a lot, both off and on the ship. So don't get out there and try to wear a pair of shoes for the first time. You went out there and bought brand new shoes. And I'm not just talking about the women, I'm talking about the guys too. Because y'all will sit there and try to buy some dress shoes or casual shoes that you have never worn before, and you looking like women out there with your toes curled up like this. So don't do it. A cruise is not the time to try on those new shoes. Heels, flats. Okay, ladies, I know we like to dress up and everything and try to be fancy, but again, you're walking on a cruise ship. You're up and down the ladder wells. And that was so Navy of me, wasn't it? you're up and down the stairs. You're in the elevators. You're moving from place to place on that cruise ship. So are those heels really what you want to wear? So typically, if I'm wearing a dress that I want to dress up in, I will wear these shoes. It's a short heel. It may be 2 inches. So if you're going to wear a heel, I would recommend something like this. Unless you're just that type of person that's comfortable and wearing heels all day, then by all means, go ahead and do it. Because why? Because you can. It's Virgin. You can do whatever you want to do. Another pair of shoes that I like to wear if I'm going to wear a dress, I have these shoes here. And trust me, these are only for the cruise. You would not see me wearing a heel like this anywhere. But sometimes you want to dress up. Scarlet night, these are perfect. See how they look from the front? They look real pretty from the front. We're not doing no side shots. You look like granny shoes from the side. But trust me, they work on the cruise. So get you something like this. Or this is what I typically like to wear. I like to wear a flat shoe that has some cushioning in it. Remember, y'all, I'm 50. We're about to be 51. But I like to wear flat shoes that have some cushioning and offer some support. So shoes like this I typically take. Again, you can dress up or dress down. They're really comfortable for your cruise. So keep that in mind when it comes to shoes. You don't really need the heels. Flats will do. You'll be comfortable. But if you're a person that likes to wear heels, by all means do it. Just don't, please, I can't stress enough, because I've seen men do this too. Do not wait for that cruise to try to buy a new pair of shoes and wear those shoes the first time on that cruise. Okay, the next thing to keep in mind when packing for your Virgin Voyage cruise are the theme nights. That very first night you get on that cruise, there's going to be a pajama party. Make sure you pack pajamas, and I hope y'all don't wear the same pajamas to bed that y'all wearing to the pajama party. I'm judging. We listening. We do not judge. I'm judging. If you out there on that ship partying and sweating and everything and all that water and mist from the ocean is getting all on you and you go climb in bed, you nasty. You nasty. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not cool. But make sure you pack a set of pajamas specifically for that pajama party. What type of pajamas is up to you. Again, it's an adult only cruise. So I've seen people out there with negligees on. I have seen people out there with onesies on, especially during the holidays. On Christmas time, I saw a lot of like the Grinch onesies, Santa Claus, you name it, you probably saw it. Again, even though it was during the wintertime, I still saw the little negligees. You'll see a lot of couples that have matching pajamas. So whatever you want to do, just pack those pajamas specifically for that pajama party. Don't miss the pajama party, y'all. I have another video talking about that. Do not miss that pajama party. Don't go in there and try to take a nap on that first day of cruise saying you're going to get back up, because it won't happen. But y'all know me, focus Keisha. I'm getting off on a tangent here. But pack your extra pajamas for the pajama party. The next thing, you want to make sure you take something for Scarlet Night. Whether you wear all red or a pop of red, make sure you take something specifically for that Scarlet Night party. Also, if you are a person like myself, all except for one cruise, I have jumped in that water with my clothes on during Scarlet Night. So if you're a person that likes to have fun and you're not worried about anything and you decide, hey, the vibe is right, you want to go jump in that water on Scarlet Night, go jump in the water, have fun. But take you an extra set of clothes, because there is an after party after the pool party that they have in the club called the Manor. So you'll want some dry clothes to be able to wear then. The one time that I didn't jump in is because, guess what? It was raining. So the the Scarlet Night party was in the Manor anyway. So we weren't able to get in the pool. But keep that in mind. So you might need 2 outfits for Scarlet Night. The next thing that you need to keep in mind is We Fancy Night. Now, some of the ships they have We Fancy, they may have started on all the ships now, but We Fancy Night is that night that you want to dress up and wear your ball gown, your tuxedo. You may see people dressed up more that night, but guess what? Again, you don't have to. You won't feel out of place if you do not dress up for a We Fancy. You may not even notice. Again, it's Virgin. You'll feel comfortable. But if you decide to dress up, have fun with it. Go ahead and get all glammed up. Wear your ball gown, wear your evening gown, your little cocktail dress. The fellas, wear your tuxedos, your sports coats, whatever makes you happy, wear that. But keep in mind that they do have a We Fancy Night. And if you are a person that likes to participate in things like that and the themes aboard ships, keep that in mind. Again, another theme that they have in the Manor, I want to say it's maybe the last night of the cruise or second to last night, they usually have a disco night. If you're a person that wants to dress up for that disco night, grab something that you might like that's disco-y type, the glitter, the glam, the metallic colors, the sequins. Whatever your idea of disco night is, have an outfit if you want to dress up for that. Also, if you're a person that likes to do the 80s workout, they do have an 80s workout class on there. You get your leotard out. When you think about this, think Richard Simmons style. And that's what the 80s workout is like. You get your headbands on, you have your leotard on, get your flash dance on out there. Have fun. You see the key theme here with Virgin? Have fun. Whatever you do, have fun. And make sure you're comfortable. These are things that you can participate in, but you don't necessarily have to. So if you feel like packing stuff, just keep those things in mind. If those things are things that you are interested in, whether it be the We Fancy Night, whether it be the disco night, whether it be the 80s style workout class, make sure you take things for that if you'd like to participate in that. Also, if you're going on any cruise line, but specifically we're talking about Virgin right now. If you're going on Virgin during Halloween, you're going to want to have your Halloween costume. It's a vibe. Everything on Virgin is a vibe. That's just my opinion. So make sure you take those things too. Speaking of workouts, Are you a person that likes to work out during the cruise? I'm not one of those people. I might try to act like I am, like I'm going to go to the gym. Do I ever make it there? No. They have the little trail. I'll try to walk that. I might make that one night on the one day of the cruise. But let's be real. I'm just not that person. But if you are that person, I have a cousin that every morning we were on the cruise, 4 o'clock every morning, she was out there working out. She was in the gym working out. By the time we came down to get breakfast, she was already at breakfast, showered, and hanging out at the pool. So if you are that person, make sure you pack your workout clothes because they do have the basketball court. They have the boxing ring, with the punching bags out there. They have the yoga workout classes, and all of the yoga classes and the workout classes, they're all included in the price of your voyage. So don't forget that. It's not like it's anything that you're having to pay additional monies for. So if that's your thing, make sure you have the clothing that you need for that. They also have a boy band dance class. So if that's something that you like to do, don't hesitate to go and be a part of that. There's so many things on Virgin. I feel like Virgin has something for everybody, no matter what age. As long as you like to have fun, you'll enjoy yourself. So just make sure you have all those things that you need. The next thing to consider when you're packing for your next Virgin Voyage cruise is those short things. That's what they call their excursions. So with your excursions, you want to think about the types of first of all, have a backpack or an extra bag to take where you're going to take all your things in when you're going off the ship onto that excursion. Next, you want to think about the shoes that you're going to need. Now, for me, I have these water shoes. They have a thick sole on them. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, well, you can kind of see the holes in them. So these are actual water shoes. But because the sole is thick, they're comfortable for walking off the ship. Now, I like to wear these because for me, most of the excursions that I'm going to do on a cruise are going to be something dealing with water. Whether I go ride the dune buggies and then we go to a beach, whether I just do a beach club or something. But I always take those because it's going to be something with water. But if not, think about what type of excursion you're going to do. You need to have your sneakers or tennis shoes, depending on where you're from. Your gym shoes. You want to have shoes that have good support in them if you're going to be walking a lot. Flip-flops, slides, whatever it is that you want. Think about the types of shoes that you're going to need, whether it's going to be what you're wearing out or something that you need to pack into that backpack. I also like to take, again, because most of my excursions are going to be something water related, I like to take these jumbo Ziploc bags, to put my wet stuff in after I finish. I can put my towel in here. I can put my bathing suit in here. And nothing's getting wet. It's not wetting up everything that I had in my backpack. So keep that in mind. I also like to take these waterproof pouches. I got these off of Amazon, and it has 3 zippers on it. Let's see if you can see. So it has the 1, 2, 3 zippers on it, and then it folds up and you can snap it down. So I like to wear this. You can wear like a fanny pack. I like to wear mine like this, to keep the things in there that you don't want to get wet, passport, money, credit card, phone. I keep all of those things in this waterproof pouch. So make sure you have a waterproof pouch. You also have the waterproof phone cases, but of course I didn't bring one of those out here, but I'm sure you've all seen the little waterproof phone cases that are similar to this little bag. Make sure you get that. If you're going to be out in the sun, make sure you take a hat. If you're the type of person that you need to have a hat, especially men. Men like to go out there and think that they're going to be fine, and especially bald head men. They come back with their head all sunburned because they don't take a hat, they don't take sunscreen, which is the next thing on the list. Make sure you have your sunscreen. Make sure you're protected from the elements. Another thing when you're talking about being protected from the elements is that rain poncho. I always keep one, and I thought I had one out here, but I didn't put one out here. But I always get like the little cheap ones from Walmart. They make me like $2 or $3. They just come in a little package because you never know when you're going to be out on an excursion and it starts to rain. I have been out on a cruise before where It was pouring down rain, but we still want to go off the ship, because it was a port that was built up where we didn't have to leave the port. They had restaurants and everything out there, but it was pouring down. So we wore our ponchos off the ship down the pier. As soon as we got into the port, the rain stopped. So it was perfect. We could have just waited another 5 or 10 more minutes and the rain would have stopped, but we wanted to get off the ship. So we had our rain ponchos. And you probably heard a lot of people talk about how it rains. You're in the Caribbean. It never rains long enough to really stop you from doing anything. Sometimes it rains just enough to just have you push pause on whatever activity you were going to do. So make sure you have that rain poncho with you so when the rain starts, you can put it on. Once that rain stops, you can take it off. Another thing to have on your excursion is that phone charger. A lot of times you're off the ship, you're taking pictures, you're listening to the radio. You might even take an opportunity to log into somebody's Wi-Fi wherever you are and call home, send emails or whatever. So make sure you have that phone charger with you too when you go off the ship. The next thing to make sure you keep in mind when packing for your next Virgin voyage is your medications. Prescription and non-prescription medications. When you have your prescription meds, you want to make sure you have everything that you need. Did you pack enough for every day of your cruise to make sure you have everything? Those things are important. Make sure you always pack your medication, especially your prescription medication, in your carry-on bag. How many times you hear about people's luggage getting lost? Your medication is something that's important. So always keep your medication in your carry-on bag whenever you travel. I know I always keep mine in whatever bag I'm carrying, whether it be my purse or if I have a carry-on bag for my prescription meds. Also, those non-prescription meds. People laugh at me because I'm an overpacker. I really am naturally an overpacker. But people laugh because every time you ask if you need something, I'm like the old ladies out there. You always got it. People ask me for scissors, I got it. People ask for a Band-Aid, I got it. It's just stuff that I always pack, just thinking in case somebody needs something. I always take that. I even take this little first aid kit. I think I got this from the dollar store. You can get this little first aid kit. I take that. I also take allergy meds. I have no allergies, but I still take allergy meds in case somebody else may need it. I take cold meds. I'll get like the little Alka-Seltzer Plus tablets that you can dissolve in water. There's always going to be water, so I always take those. I take headache medicines. I take Tylenol. I take Excedrin. I take aspirin because some people are allergic to other things, so I try to have all of that stuff. Something for motion sickness. I pack that stuff too. So far, I've never had motion sickness on the ship, but I take that because others may get it. And maybe somebody that I meet on the ship, or maybe whoever I'm traveling with. Especially if they're a first-time cruiser, they haven't thought about that type of thing. If they don't even know if they'll get seasick, so I always try to take non-drowsy Dramamine or something like that, some type of medicine for motion sickness. There's also the armbands. If you know that you're a person that gets motion sickness, get the little wristbands. I heard a lot of people say that they actually do work. I don't know the science behind them working, but I do hear a lot of people say that they work really well. And the thing with taking anything for motion sickness is to take it before you start to feel sick. Don't wait until you start feeling sick and you start getting that motion sickness, because once it comes on, it's coming, and there's not going to be anything that you can really do to try to combat that after it starts. So if you know that you're a person that gets motion sickness, or you're on that ship and you still really start to feel it, as soon as you feel it, take that medicine. Don't wait until you start to really get into that motion sickness. Upset stomach, Pepto-Bismol, Imodium AD, diarrhea and anti-diarrhea medicine. You want to take something for that. I always take all of the things. Y'all heard me just go down the whole list of everything that you can think of. BC powders, I take those on the ship. I take those. I need those. I like to drink, and sometimes I may overdo it. So I need my BC in the morning or at night before I go to bed if I've had a long night. So keep those things in mind. And you really want to keep those things in mind to take with you, because that stuff is expensive on the ship. I mean, really expensive. I took a cruise last year in December. Well, no, year before last in December. Well, I had COVID just before Thanksgiving. So I still had that cough. And I didn't take any cough meds with me. I didn't take cough syrup with me that particular cruise. I ended up paying like, I want to say $28, $29 for a off-brand cough syrup. But I needed it. I really needed it because the coughing was so bad. And I was fine, but as soon as I would start laughing or talking too loud, the coughing would start uncontrollably. So I had to go down there and get it. But yeah, that was an expensive lesson to learn. I never took cough medicine on a cruise with me, but this time, now going forward, I always even take cough syrup with me. They'll never get me like that again. All right. The next thing to think about when packing for your cruise is, are you thinking about getting a tattoo while you're on board? I know, y'all, it's really a thing. I didn't think people getting tattoos on cruises was really that big of a thing, but that tattoo parlor on board Virgin Voyages really gets booked really fast. They sell out. So if you're somebody that you think that you might want to get a tattoo while you're on board, think about the things that you're going to need to care for that tattoo. Whether you're going to need antibacterial ointment, if you're going to need itch cream, gauze, something to cover that up while you're out there on a cruise, darker, lightweight clothing. I don't think that people really think about the care of tattoos when they're getting them on a cruise. You can't be out in the sun with tattoos. I have a few. You can't be out in the sun, direct sunlight, those first few days. Being in the water is a no-no. You need to have it covered up. So I don't think people really think about that too much. So if you're thinking about getting a tattoo while you're on a cruise, I personally would recommend doing it towards the end of the cruise and also making sure you have something. But whatever time you plan on doing it, you still need to go in there and make that appointment early because the tattoo parlor on Virgin does book up. Okay, the next thing to think about, and your roommate will appreciate you if you do this, don't forget that good old air freshener. The cabins are this big, the bathrooms are this big. So you got somebody that goes in there and y'all use their bathroom. No, no, no. It will not be pretty. It will not be cute, sis. Or bro. Don't do that. Get you some good old air freshener. Get that old poopery or that what they call it, VI poo. Y'all know the little crazy commercials that they have out there. Get you some air freshener. Your roommate, your cabin mate will thank you for that. The next thing to consider are what things will you need in your carry-on bag. Your carry-on bag is what you're going to take when you go on that ship. Your larger luggage, they can take that for you. The good thing on Virgin, your room will be ready as soon as you get on the ship. So you can take that carry-on bag into your cabin when you get on the ship. Think about the things that you're going to need when you get in there. Your prescription meds, like we talked about, make sure you have those in your carry-on. Toiletries. Don't worry about getting additional toiletries or going out and buying the little travel size toiletries when you go out there. Unless you're packing a carry-on bag for your flight, then that's fine. Then you need to get the smaller ones. But if you travel with the larger ones in your suitcase, it's no big deal because once you get to your hotel, because remember, you're flying in the day before. You're not flying in the day of that cruise, right? You're not flying in the day of the cruise. Don't do that. Not good. Fly in the day before the cruise. So when you get to your hotel, you can take those toiletries out of your larger checked luggage and put into your smaller carry-on bag. So when you get on that ship, if you want to go take a shower, change clothes to get out to the pool or whatever, you want to make sure you have that stuff. Or even just getting on the ship and being able to wash your face and brush your teeth. It's something just simple. Take the toiletry bag with you in your carry-on luggage. Change your clothes. Again, you'll be able to go to your room you'll be able to go to your cabin as soon as you board the ship. So if you know that you want to take that shower and change clothes before you go hang out on the ship, go ahead and do that. Keep that stuff that you know you're going to want in your carry-on luggage. If you know that you want to go hang out by the pool, you don't know how long your luggage is going to take getting to your room, put it in your carry-on. And now I will say the Virgin does pretty good. I haven't really had to wait a long time waiting for my luggage. Typically, I'll get on the ship. I keep my cleaning supplies in my carry-on bag. So as soon as I get on the ship, the first thing that I personally do is I go in, I take all my wipes, and I clean the cabin, spraying everything down. Then I'll go get something to eat. Now, if my luggage isn't there by the time I finish cleaning the cabin, once I leave, go get something to eat and come back to my cabin, my luggage is usually there. So it's not really a long time, but they are pretty good about that. But still, you might want to have that change of clothes just so you don't have to wait. If you're that person that likes to go hang out by the pool and just want to shower and change clothes into something fresh, do that. Wine. If you're taking wine on the ship, it needs to be in your carry-on. If you're taking your bottle of wine on the ship, it needs to be in your carry-on. Don't put it in your checked luggage. You might get a phone call. It's going to get confiscated. It definitely will get confiscated. But yeah, make sure you put that bottle of wine in your carry-on luggage. The next thing is going to be a couple of miscellaneous items. Now, you're on a cruise ship. Everything is magnetic. Is still, so you have, I like to take these little clips, and they stick to the wall, so it just gives you extra space. You can hang your towels on here. You can hang your bathing suit on here, whatever you need. And they have different sizes, so make sure when you're ordering your magnetic hooks that you order the right size for the weight of whatever you're going to want to hang. Like I said, bathing suits, towels. It's just something to have that extra space, because again, the cabins are small. You're not going to have that much space in your bathroom to hang all of that stuff. So you want to make sure you have something that gives you that extra space. Water bottle. Virgin does not have reusable plastic. So you're not going to have water bottles. You're not going to have plastic cups. So I like to travel with this, because anything else I'm probably going to lose. I'm going to set down. But guess what? If I lose this, it has my face on it. And I think it actually has my name on it too. Yeah, it actually has my name on it. Yes, go Cowboys. Don't be hating. Don't hate y'all. But I like to take this because it has my face on there and it has my name on there. If I set it down, guess what? Nobody's going to be walking around with this mug because it's mine. Everybody can see that this is my mug. Also, you want to take reusable straws, again, because they don't use single-use plastics. They use the paper straws, and y'all know those paper straws don't really hold up. So this is what I like to take. I like to take these little metal straws. These work best for me. These are my preference. Sorry, y'all, we're getting an Amber Alert. This is real time. This is what happens. But life is happening. Okay, what was I? The straws. Okay, so I showed y'all the straw that I like. You can also have like these little silicone straws. They fold up. You can stick them in this little case. The case is easy to hook on whatever you have. So that's another option. And also you have the little telescope straws that, they go down. You can pull them out. This one came in a little case. Shout out to Life With Us TV. I got this from them off their site. What's up, Stanley and Lynette? But yeah, so they have this little telescope straw comes in here. So that's another option for straws. But you want to make sure you have your water bottle and your straws. Also, ladies, you want to have something to carry your little stuff in while you're on the ship. We like to dress up. We don't always have pockets. So I like to take these little bags here, and they're always something I can throw my phone in. So when I'm ready to take pictures, cash, I take cash in to tip. Everything is included, gratuity and everything. But I still like to tip every now and again. You might want to tip somebody additional monies. So that's good to keep that in. So I like to say I have a black one. I have a little silver one for when I like to dress up. And these things don't take up much space. And there's a little chain inside here. So I take a black one, a little silver one, and I also take a neutral color one. So whatever outfit, yes, we still want to look cute, even though we're carrying different types of purses out on the ship. I talked about the first aid kit. So make sure whatever it is, those little miscellaneous items. Oh, I like to also take these little hooks, these little clips. So when you're on the ship and you have your clothes hanging on the balcony, your bathing suit or your towels hanging on the balcony, they may fly off, especially if you're in a room with a balcony. I love a balcony, but I have to have these little clips. Otherwise, your stuff is going to fly out. Trust me, it will. Also, when you're sitting by the pool and the wind is blowing, you can hook these on. When you're at the beach somewhere, you can have these to remind you where your seats are. Also, I take this little bungee cord. It can be for anything again. When you're using this to put your towels, I use this to put my towels on the chair. You know, sometimes it's a little more windy and these little clips will fly off too. So if it's really windy out and I would need something on the balcony, I may hook this up around the chair to tighten that up. Okay, the last and most important thing to make sure that you have when you're packing for your Virgin Voyage cruise: passports. Passports. Don't get on that ship without a passport. I wouldn't recommend getting on any ship without a passport. Now I know people always say you don't need a passport. You can use your birth certificate, but guess what? What if something happens to you while you're in port somewhere? You have to be medevac somewhere. You have to leave the ship. You get left behind or something. Have your passport. If not, you're going to have to go through the embassy and everybody's going to have to try to prove your citizenship. But if you already have that passport with you, you're good to go. You won't have to go through all of that. But always make sure you have your passport when you're on Virgin Voyages. They require it. And there are some situations where you don't have to have your passport. But either way, if you have a passport, take your passport. If you don't have a passport, get a passport. For those that do have passports, make sure that your passports are good for 6 months past the date of your return. Not the start date of your cruise, the date of your return. So, I'm going through my stuff over here, making sure I've given y'all all the tips and tricks that I can on things to make sure that you keep in mind when packing for your cruise on board Virgin Voyages. And it looks like I have covered everything that I have right now. And guess what? Your girl is going on a cruise in 6 days. 6 days. By the time y'all see this video, I may actually be on the cruise. So I'll be able to get footage again. Remember, I told y'all I'm doing these talk throughs because when I started this, I lost all of my travel content. Had a few pictures, but nothing to really be able to do things in. And guess what? I'm still learning how to edit. Still learning. So I don't know what these videos are going to look like and how long it's going to take. But guess what? We about to do this, baby. We're going to learn as we go along. I'm learning. You're learning with me. So stay with me on this journey so you can see my progress as I look forward to seeing my progress. Thank you so much for staying with me this long in this video. This is the longest video I have done this far on my channel. And I thank you if you made it to the end. I ask that you will like, comment, subscribe, and share this video as I'm going forward with this journey and trying to build my company as well as my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all in the next video.